Hey everybody and welcome to the bullshit party. And if you're like me, after winning each week's podium car, you take it out for a drive to see what they can do. Since this week we have a pretty special one, let's have some extra fun with it. We have a lot of fun ahead of us, so let's get started. The premise of this video is simple. I'll be visiting 5 locations spread throughout Blaine County that will be going up in difficulty and see if the Scramjet can jump over them or fail miserably. And everything will be leading up to jumping over the lake in the middle of the map. And so it happens that we are right next to our first location. This relatively small baseball field is located in the western part of Los Santos. Since it's the first location, it is also the easiest. The method I will be using on all the jumps is simple. At speed, I'll be making the car hop, then angle it up in the air and boosting while the nose is pointed up. Some of the upcoming locations will need a variation of this, but it seems to be good enough for the baseball field. Oh, and at the end of the jump, after the car lands that is, it needs to be operational in order for the jump to be successful. The second location that I chose is here, at the Ferro Pier. This one will be testing more the vertical ability of the boost as opposed to how many yards it can cover. The goal of this one is simple. From the pier, jump over the Ferris wheel and land safely somewhere on the other side. And despite the short runway, that one was an absolute piece of cake. It's time to raise the difficulty level. And apparently the game agrees with me since it also started raining. A lot of people are probably familiar with the Diamond Casino and Resort, but how many of you have actually thought about jumping over it? This is what we'll be attempting here. I will be starting from the site with the parking lot and will be attempting to jump over the entire building down the line at the highest point. And the first try was an absolute miserable failure with the car flying over to the swamp to the right of the casino. But the second attempt wasn't bad. I was able to get good speed leading up to the jump, and combined with the height that I got from the boost, I was able to clear this one. And I was also able to stay on the roof of the neighboring building. From this point on, things are about to get extreme. And once again, how convenient that we are right beside our next location. That's right, we're gonna be attempting to jump over the horse track. And not only that, we're gonna be attempting to jump over the horse track while it's raining. If you haven't played the ponies recently or just haven't visited the location in a while, let me remind you of just how absolutely massive it is. If successful, this is gonna be a very good jump to warm up for the lake. The goal on this one is to jump from one side of the track to the other. It's easier said than done, as this short fails compilation demonstrates it. This one took a while. The issue here was that on top of the already mammoth task of jumping the entire length of the track, I had to deal with the wet gravel, which made acceleration an issue. And after going to repair my car and coming back, I was able to do the job. Shut up, it's in, it counts. Let's move on to the next one, but before we do, we need to make sure that it stops raining. And with the magic of video editing, done. And this is the last one, the grand finale. Will we be able to jump over the lake? No peeking. Unlike with the horse track, here we have a lot of room to accelerate, which should make up for the substantially larger distance that we need to cover. And yes, I know what you're all saying, but bullsheep, there is a perfectly good ramp over there. Why not use that? This is why. It's a no-go. So I will instead be making an attempt to jump from this edge right here. And when the big moment came, everything looked good up until I fell in the lake 3/4 of the way there. But this was a valuable lesson. 2 actually. One is that it takes a lot of time for you to get your insured vehicle back to you. And 2, we need more speed to be able to even properly attempt this. And since the Scramjet has a rechargeable boost, I went back as far as the road would allow me, hoping that I can boost right after takeoff, so by the time I needed to boost in the air, it would have been recharged. And now it's actually a great time to mention that if you're new to the channel, or old for that matter, a like is always appreciated. Oh, and if you're new, don't let the subscribe button get away. Click it, click it. At first, it didn't look like the Scramjet would survive that, but in fact it did. We're all good. Jump completed. And what do you think? Do you have any other ideas of cool things to jump over in the game? Leave a comment down below and let us know. Thank you to everybody who watched, hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, I trust that the like is already on the page. Except you, Timmy. You can go ahead and leave a like now. And with all that said and done, I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, and the Scramjet has rockets.